So
moving to the right back position now, we have
right
a
back.
lot of choices. The Prem often, and English players specifically, give you a lot of choices in this right back spot. And I think there's a lot of English right backs that have good swag. I'll start first on this one because you went first on the last one.
Go ahead.
I think I'm giving the hints away a little bit right now. I chose an English player, and the English player that I chose is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, I do have to warn you, my left back is also a right back. So I basically chose two right backs, but we're allowing the wide players, like we're doing a 4-3-3, and we're allowing the wide players, right back, left wing, right wing, to be sort of interchangeable, depending on if they've played out there on the other side before. So yeah, my right back is Trent. It speaks for himself. Classy player on the field. He looks good while he plays, he's got the swagger, and overall, he's a class player as well. You have to evaluate both. Do you have swag? And then do you produce on the field? If you have both, you earn your spot in Swag 11. If you don't do both, you might be on the bench of the Swag 11 or farther down in the picks, right, for the poll. But you know what I mean? You got to perform on the field, and Trent has definitely performed on the field recently.
I mean, one name comes to mind, Todd Cantwell, who it might be tough to find him in either of our starting 11s.
That's why I texted you, actually, because I was thinking about it. So I texted Mag before the show, and I was like, are we going to do just top 5 leagues? And he was like, well, I have a player who's outside the top 5 leagues. Now I know who that is in Ochoa. But I did not choose Cantwell, so you don't have to worry. But I was like thinking, I could go to Cantwell. I just don't think he deserves the spot
Performances
anymore.
haven't been there.
They haven't. So, he has the swag, but it's not the performances we need.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's your right back?
For me, this player also might play left back as well. I'm trying to remember. You might have to check me on this, but it is a Premier League right back, full back, but not English for me.
Oh, interesting.
He plays in probably.
Wait, give me the club first. I'm gonna try to guess it with the crowd. I'm gonna try to guess it.
Okay. He is a non-English Premier League fullback from Manchester City.
João Cancelo,
who has many swag nominees, you could say. I mean, I could find many in that squad.
You could,
but the one that I think
I'm just putting my guess in João Cancelo, and it's gonna be boring if I get it right, but I think that's it.
It is João Cancelo.
Yeah, look at that. What
a player! I mean, he was your player of the year.
He was.
For the Premier League.
I take it back. I'm just gonna put it on there. I take it back. Like whenever I look back at that post and I see Max player of the year, Mohamed Salah, you swipe right. Leo's player of the year, João Cancelo. I just wanted to delete that post so bad.
No,
gosh.
I mean, it's style of play, isn't it?
No, it is. He's class.
He averages about 3 Trivellas a game, which
there's so many things that contribute to swag. Your hair, the way you wear your socks, the style of play, the skill moves you pull out, the celebrations.
As a fullback, he's probably the most easy to watch player. I mean, oh my gosh, maybe Trent as well, but
Trent's up there, but I think Trent offers the off the field more than Cancelo, but Cancelo offers the on the field more. So it's really just what you're weighing, like heavier, you know what I mean?
100%. So that's why I went for him. I think there's no one else in the fullback position that really comes close for me. But who is should we go left back next?
Yeah, we'll go left. We'll go outside backs first, and then we'll work our way into the spine of the defense.
Okay.
So my left back, this was a player that, he used to be a much bigger player, on the scene of popularity. He definitely had more swag back in the day just because a lot of people paid attention to him because he was a Premier League player. He's no longer in the Premier League, doesn't get featured as much as the media, so I think his swag rating by the public has gone down, but I don't think you can take away how much he puts into his appearance, his style, his clothes, the way he carries himself on the field. You can't take that away from him, and it's Hector Bellerin. He definitely has that swag. Now playing at Real Betis in La Liga, a man who had, during COVID, a podcast himself. So, we're fellow podcast. He did. He had a podcast himself during COVID where he would interview different Premier League players. Obviously, he had a head start in how he got interviews because he was one himself. Yeah. But he did do a similar sort of setup. I would have bias if I tried to rank them, so I won't. But he did do that, and he earns himself a spot in the starting 11 of the Swag 11 for me in that left back spot.
Okay. You know what? I respect that a lot. I think I could even go as far as to say I might switch my player out for him.
Really? No way.
I don't think he has a chance.
I'm persuading you to the other side.
Only because I don't think he'll have a chance with the audience.
It's true.
If they're up
You have
against
to weigh
each
it.
other. Yeah. So the player I went with, maybe a little bias, as I have met him in person just recently.
I know it now.
Yeah, it is Ben Chilwell.
Benjamin.
I mean, it's chilly. It's chilly here.
Chili's a lad. And you have to respect, you can tell the story about him, but you have to respect how respectful he is to all of the fans and everything.
He was. He went up to everyone for pictures, autographs. But it's not even that. I mean, you look at his Instagram, you look at all the match day fits. Even
Does he have the match day fits down?
He does. Even the
does?
off season is really where he thrives.
Really? What does he do? Is he doing the Mykonos trip? You know, the Greece, the
he
islands.
can do that. It's versatility. He can do that. He can also do
Wow.
streetwear. You know, he's got essentials. He's got
Through the streets of London.
Yep.
He's got the
it all.
photographers everywhere. He plans
He's got it all.
them.
I mean, I think he's an underrated pick.
Is this professional photography, or is this like friends got the iPhone?
There's both. I think there's both.
He's
Yeah.
versatile.
He does do photo
He's got it
shoots
all.
as well. No, it's off the field is really where he's there. On the field, you know, he is quite the player as well. He's just been injured for a little bit, but I think it might be close. I think Hector Bellerin maybe has more of a reputation.
I think you should
swag
leave it up to
player.
the fans.
Yeah.
I think you should. I don't think you
agree.
should swap it.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance with Chile because he has the relevance of being in the Prem, right?
he does.
You're going to have people who are just going to vote because it's a player they know, they recognize, especially people who have started following soccer or football, should I say, you know, after Hector Bellerin had sort of left the prime of his career at Arsenal. They would definitely choose Ben Chilwell. So, I mean, Hector Bellerin's a great shout, but I'm going to leave it up to the fans, right? We got it. So it's going to be interesting to see what they say.
It does seem like with Bellerin, as his footballing, you know, form went down, his swag went up off the field, I think.
I would agree. I was checking
think
out the
you have to,
Instagram.
yeah.
It's definitely it's flying, dude. he has got some really nice
Quite
stuff
thriving,
on there.
yes.
Dude, but like he's one of those people that like totally is just going to become an influencer after he's done. Like
think
like
so, yeah.
model influencer.
He is
like,
at this point,
He
yeah.
could show up on Love Island. 100%. 100%. And I like people who are listening probably have no idea what Love Island is. If you don't though, you should totally get checked in. Phenomenal TV
I think
show.
Chilwell as well.
You think Chili's could be on Love Island?
I think he could easily be on Love Island.
Really?
Yes.
You think he'd have the graft though?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
You
he's
think
a
he's nice lad?
charming young man. Yeah,
Charming young man.
I think he's got
He's got the graft.
he's got the cheeky, you know, he's
Yeah,
a
the
cheeky
cheeky
lad.
side to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a lad's lad, as they say.
He is a lad's lad.